reina coming up.
The food is spectacular.
And for you, yuca and fried pork.
Everything reminds you like you're in Venezuela.
Because chef and owner Sandy Arrieta brought all this flavor with her from her South American homeland.
Are a lot of people named Sandy in Venezuela?
No, actually, the only person I meet there with my name is a man.
It's one of my favorite quotes in all the movies in the world. It's my favorite. Did you ever see the movie Grease?
Yes.
With John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John? How does that go? There you go. She did see the movie, you can tell, because that's that dance move in the movie. When John Travolta sees Sandy at the pep rally for the first time, you know, he was on the beach with her, and then do you know what I'm talking about? And then all of a sudden he sees her, he goes, Sandy, right? It's my favorite line. What year did you come to the United States?
99. I decided to come for like 3 months, but I met my husband, so I stayed.
Is he Venezuelan?
Yeah,
But he was already here.
yeah.
Were you in the restaurant business in Venezuela?
No, I always dream to have an arepa place.
How many different arepas do we make?
8 different flavors. Arepa with grilled steak.
It's almost like a corn pita.
And you put whatever you want in there.
You pabellon arepa, my friend.
Pabellon is black beans, shredded beef, plantains. It's a typical national plate in Venezuela.
What are we gonna make today?
Arepa with pabellon.
So we're gonna make the shredded beef first?
Yes. We want to start with the pot of water, adding the beef and garlic and green onions.
How long is that gonna cook?
4 hours.
Cools down, shred it.
Yes.
Sofrito next.
We had oil, onions, garlic, green onions.
Red bell pepper?
Yeah.
So not spicy.
No.
Cook that down, and we're gonna mix that with the shredded beef.
Yes. So I put a little bit oil, beef broth.
Beef broth, got it?
Because they don't have any grease. So
Oh,
a
you
little
didn't put
bit
fat in there. I've never seen that combination in my life.
Sofrito, sazon.
Oh, I love sazon.
This is garlic powder, the Italian season.
There you go.
Paprika.
Finally, salt is being added into the dish, ladies and gentlemen.
And now I'm gonna put the beef, cilantro.
So how long are we gonna cook this in here?
10, 15 minutes.
All right, so we get
Yes.
the beans dry, and then when the beans are cooked, then what do we do?
We normally add some of the spices.
What spices are we gonna add?
Italian season, sazon, garlic powder, salt, cilantro. Cook like for 15 minutes.
Let's make arepa.
You gonna do it? Water, salt. I'm gonna put the harina pan. No, I want you to do a massage.
Massage now?
Yeah, do it like this, like.
No, I like the way I'm doing it.
That's my kitchen.
I know, but it's my hands. So patty them up, tap it around. Now we go to the flat top.
Yes.
It creates the crust, and then the moisture inside steams the rest.
So we open the arepa,
Well, you can get the corn flavor.
mozzarella cheese,
Really?
sweet plantain, the cherry beef. The beans go in the top. Some cotija cheese. This is the arepa.
Looks beautiful. It's delicious. You get texture, you get salty, you get sweet. The crunch on the outside and the creaminess of the arepa on the inside. Every bite is a little bit different. The beef, which is dry and chewy, but not tough. That is like a great meal inside of a little wax paper boat. Outstanding.
Here's your pabellon arepa.
The beef, man, so tender. Come on now. The beans, they ain't plain. Bursting with flavor.
The plantains, the sweet balances out the savory of the beef.
Conveniently in one little pocket to go.
And at all hours.
These guys are open till 3 at night.
Yeah, it's
After you go to the nightclub, you have to come here.
Favorite thing they make on the menu?
patacon.
Pulled pork patacon. A patacon is one layer of plantain, and then you get the meat, some cheese, some lettuce, some tomatoes, and the sauce, and then another layer of sweet plantain.
Now we're getting into making a plantain sandwich.
So this is the pork,
Pork butt.
a little water,
Sofrito.
sofrito, Worcester sauce,
You said it right. You know how many people I've done this show with that can't say Worcester sauce?
pepper, salt with style. How you put your salt?
Like this.
Paprika, garlic powder,
Italian seasoning. We're gonna roast this in the oven.
2 hours and a half,
At what temperature?
350.
What else goes with this sandwich?
This is garlic sauce, water, mayonnaise, green onions, garlic.
We're not gonna do my special salt technique?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, not at me! Supposed to go that way.
So now blend it.
So this is a ripe plantain.
We have to deep fry it.
Now we go to the biggest tortilla press I've ever seen in my life.
So I don't pressure too much.
If you go too thin, they'll fall apart.
Exactly.
And then we go back to the fryer. Now it'll be nice and crispy. And now we're gonna build it.
So garlic sauce, tomato, lettuce, 2 kinds of cheeses.
That pork's delicious.
More garlic sauce.
What's this?
This is ketchup.
Regular ketchup?
You see? This is a messy food.
The pork is nice and tender with the sweet plantain. And then all of a sudden, ta-da, the garlic sauce shows up. That's what puts it over the top. This is right on point. The real deal.
Pata con pulled pork.
It was absolutely fantastic. The pork was good.
The sweet plantains, the way they cook them, so there's a little bit of crunch, there's a lot of sweetness.
Okay, cocina, 2 empanadas de carne mechada.
And it's legit, right?
Yeah.
So legit.
I can't get enough. I'm addicted.
How's everything?
It is the bomb. Wonderful place. A lot of good energy. So worth a trip to Salt Lake City. You know, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives owners have got to be some of the biggest characters you've ever met. And you got to be. I mean, you're running a mom and pop joint in today's world. It's pretty tough. So I'm here in Bend, Oregon, in an area known as Midtown. I've been cautioned about this chef that's making some really dynamite food, but is quite the character. And looking at the sign and the name, I'm in for a wild ride. This is Rockin Dave's Bistro and Backstage Lounge.
All right, let's do this.
I am a huge fan of Rockin Dave.
Spicoli burrito in the window.
Everything's so delicious, and Dave is so much fun.
How about a bloody and a coffee?
Oh, why say or when you can say and?
Dave takes common food and adds flair to it.
Which is a fusion of Dave Flyer's rock and roll vibe with his Midwestern roots.
Where are you from originally?
Central Illinois.
Have you always been a cook?
Yeah, culinary school right out of high school.
What was this place before you got here?
This was always a bagel place.
I moved here from New York. One of the things that really bothered me was not being able to find a bagel. Dave makes some of the best I've had.
Jalapeno bagel, Jenny Benny.
The jalapeno bagel is one of the most popular. It is pretty spicy.
What are we starting off with?
Jalapeno bagel. Our flour, dry malt, which is key for bagels, salt, cayenne pepper.
We're actually gonna put a little heat in this.
Oh, we're gonna put a lot of heat in it. Bunch of jalapenos with the jalapeno juice. Our chipotle's here.
I'm impressed.
Yeast. We're just gonna get it going for a couple minutes. I'm gonna add my water behind you here.
I'm going to jail with this guy, I can already tell. Room temperature water.
On the colder side, we really don't want to activate it because it's gonna sit overnight. Wouldn't be rock.
No, that's our baseline of everything here at Rockin Dave's Bistro.
Take the dough and cut some strips so it fits in the portioner.
This big Snake-O bagel.
She's a sensitive little brat. She tries 7.5 ounces, sometimes 5.5, sometimes 9.5.
Whoa, look at that.
They obviously have some imperfections, so you can kind of fix that with your hands. I know that cheese will fix this.
Famous quotes from Rockin Dave.
These bagels have just come out of the fridge. They're ready to be boiled.
And all that is right there is just water and malt?
Yep.
How do you know when they're ready?
They're all floating. They're happy. They're waking up.
This is awesome.
We're doing 2 different kind of flavors with this one. We do a sriracha bacon cheddar one.
I mean, you say spicy bagel, you mean spicy bagel. And what's the other one?
Jalapeno cheddar.
Pick a card, any card, boys.
And the bacon goes over the sriracha ones.
And this will get cooked off at what temp?
350 for about 20 minutes.
That's a monster, dude.
And then they'll get toasted to order. All right,
buddy.
Go. We got the sriracha bacon cheddar.
Dude, I've never had a bagel that had any spice to it.
Really?
Like I can feel it on my tongue. That's a bagel that eats like a meal.
All right.
Good chew, not dense, delicious. Love the bacon, love the sriracha, the cheddar.
And we have a jalapeno cream cheese if you want to double down on your spice.
That's a great bagel.
Oh, thank you.
It's got the texture, but it's the creativity, throwing in all the jalapenos. Well done, man. When I was a kid, growing up in Northern California, there was this family named the Masellis, and they were from New York. And they let me try bagels from New York.
Uh-huh.
I lost my mind.
Yeah.
And then every time I would try to get a bagel, they were terrible. This is early 70s. I've always had that kind of like chasing the dragon of trying to get that bagel that I had when I was a kid.
Uh-huh.
And when I go to New York, even there, it's hit or miss on how good the bagels are.
Yeah.
Now, I was not saying I haven't found those bagels. This is a really good bagel.
On a jalapeno bagel.
This bagel is killer.
Crispy and chewy.
You get the flavor of the jalapeno, but it's not overwhelming.
May I have a bacon onion Swiss?
Sounds good. What are you up to today?
You're making a real commitment to food when you're doing it Rockin Dave
Unconventional.
style. Unconventionally, it's eclectic, it's funky, scratch made.
Thanks so much for what you do for us little guys. Coming to our little town, putting me on the map.
I know the power of having people get a chance to know who you are and what you're doing. It's exciting. You never know what you're going to get with you. Woo-hoo!
Hi everyone, make sure you subscribe to Food Network UK where you can see loads more shows and loads of different recipes.